Rain lashed against the cracked windows of Ravenwood Mansion, the sound echoing like a thousand whispers of the past. Clara Vance stood before the mirror, tracing the faint scar that cut across her cheek, a reminder of the night everything was stolen from her. 3 years ago, she had been the heir to the Vance fortune, engaged to Ethan Cole, the charming businessman who promised her forever, but forever had ended abruptly when she discovered the betrayal. Ethan and her closest friend, Sabrina, had framed her for embezzlement, selling off her company's assets and vanishing with the profits. That night, Clara lost everything: her wealth, her name, her dignity. But she didn't lose her will. For 3 long years, she rebuilt herself from the ashes quietly, strategically, ruthlessly. Under a new identity, she worked her way back into the corporate world, investing in silence, buying shares anonymously, and positioning herself exactly where she needed to be, right above them. Now, standing in the mansion she once called home, she smiled faintly. Tomorrow was the annual Cole Industries gala, and Ethan would finally meet the ghost he thought he buried. The ballroom glittered with luxury and lies. Gold chandeliers reflected off champagne glasses, laughter floated through the air, and at the center stood Ethan Cole, older, colder, but still dangerous. His wife, Sabrina, now draped in diamonds, clung to his arm like an ornament. Clara entered in a black gown that shimmered like midnight, her face half hidden by a silver mask. The crowd parted instinctively, sensing something magnetic, something lethal. Ethan's gaze landed on her, curiosity first, then unease. When she finally approached him, her smile was sharp enough to cut glass. "Mr. Cole," she greeted, her tone low and controlled. "And you are?" he asked, the mask confusing him. She tilted her head. "Someone you should remember. But you won't. Not yet." The night unfolded like a slow dance of deception. Clara moved through the crowd with precision, charming investors, whispering truths disguised as rumors, and planting seeds of doubt. Within hours, her plan was in motion. Ethan's empire was already collapsing from within. She had exposed years of financial manipulation through anonymous leaks sent to every media outlet and shareholder. When the lights flickered and the screens around the ballroom lit up, Ethan's confident smile faltered. On the screens flashed confidential documents, emails, and recordings, his voice admitting fraud, his signatures on illegal transactions. Sabrina's laughter in the background. Gasps filled the room. Cameras turned. Investors shouted. And in the chaos, Clara removed her mask. Ethan's world stopped. "Clara," he whispered, disbelief etched across his face. "I told you," she said softly. "You should have remembered." Security swarmed. Reporters pushed forward. Sabrina shrieked at Ethan, denying everything, while the police marched in with warrants. It was poetic, the same way they had betrayed her. Now the world watched their fall. But Clara wasn't done yet. As the crowd dispersed, Ethan was dragged away, his empire in ruins. Yet he looked at her not with anger, but with a flicker of something else. "You could have just let it go," he said, voice breaking. "I did," Clara replied, her eyes cold as the storm outside. "I let you go, but justice doesn't." Weeks later, the world moved on, but the whispers of Ravenwood's fallen lovers lingered. Clara stood once again in her office, sunlight pouring through glass walls, her company reborn, stronger, cleaner. A letter sat on her desk. No return address. Just one line written in Ethan's handwriting. "You won. But mercy was your only flaw." Clara smiled faintly, tore the letter in half, and whispered, "Mercy was your only chance." She watched the pieces drift into the trash, then turned toward the skyline, a queen restored, vengeance complete. Outside, the city glimmered, unaware that, among its brightest towers, one woman had rewritten her own legend in the ink of revenge. Moral: revenge isn't about destruction, it's about reclaiming what was stolen, and reminding those who betrayed you that ashes still burn.